Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm a social media hater. I suffer with extreme low self-esteem, and I do not like myself. Therefore, I spend my days and nights stalking and lurking your Facebook page, reading your posts, viewing your pictures, yet being sure not to like them. I loathe myself. I love sharing negative news about celebrities, preachers, athletes, and everyday people. I never have anything positive to say online, and if my post even looks remotely positive, there's a hidden negative agenda. I am a hater. I'm Dave, and I am a social media hater. Are you a hater? Well, if so, be sure not to like this post nor share it with your friends.
Yo, hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't really ready. How y'all doing? Happy Facebook to y'all. Happy, what's this, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Grown Man Podcast, aka the Akintunde Show. I was supposed to do something up front. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't even know. It's ready? Okay. Uh-oh. I got another freestyle, huh? Y'all about to get a freestyle, huh? Y'all about to get a freestyle, huh? I really don't know why I do these freestyles. Need to stop it. I should have stopped a long time ago. But I keep bringing that flow, bringing that heat from these streets. I'm 46 years, so I need to stock it. I'm Akintunde. Hey, I got the shirt on. I don't know why I said that. I like them like my hat, because my hair ain't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Freethinkers studio. I got that freestyle flow. It's time for me to go. Sometimes you need to know when to stop, huh? Sometimes you need to know when to stop, huh? Sometimes you need to know when to stop, huh? I really didn't mean to make the beat stop, huh? But that's okay. It's okay on this Tuesday afternoon. Pusha T fighting Drake. I don't know who that is, what that is. Let me better, I lost my better, mumble rap. Yeah, that's okay, because y'all rappers do that. Y'all young kids do that, but that's okay. Yeah. I think the beat about to end, so I about to stop rapping. But that's okay. Yeah, for y'all, I'm smacking. Huh. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know. I did it anyway, though. I did it. I'm going to keep rapping until somebody stop me. Start the show, David. Start the show, Darren, please. All right. I do that for my children. My children literally hate it when I rap. They hate it. I love it though. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday again. This is our new day, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evenings for the Grown Man Podcast. If you're riding in your car, I hope you're not looking at this. You're really riding illegal. But do me a favor, if you are watching, however you're watching, like, tag, and share this post. Please share it with somebody. Let somebody know that the Grown Man Podcast is on, aka the Akintunde Show. Listen to me. We got a special show today. It is Living Your Dreams. I have two phenomenal people to talk about living their dreams. A young lady named Andrea Dumas and a gentleman named Dr. Robert Watkins. They both are living their dreams, and they both got something that's going to help, I believe, anybody who's watching this or listening to this. It is a true testimony of how, if you live your dreams, if you believe it and you willing to work it, you can see that thing in major retail outlets. That's what Andrea Dumas is going to talk to us about a little bit later on. Her product is called Cutie Cakes, who's also our sponsor today. Cutie Cakes, cupcakes in a bottle. That's right, y'all. You don't need batter. You don't need water. You don't need eggs. You don't need flour. All you need is Cutie Cake. Shake the bottle and pour. You don't even have to add nothing. Shake it, screw the cap off, pour it. Each bottle makes 12 cupcakes or one full cake. And again, it's available right now at select Kroger stores. And if it's not in your particular Kroger, let them know that you want cutie cakes so they can get it in that particular store. But you can find it in select Kroger stores right now. You can also go to cutiecakes.cooking. That's the website, and get an order and get your cutie cakes in your hands. Let me tell you something. I have tried them personally, and they are excellent. A wonderful product, wonderful taste. Not just saying that. I'm telling you, if you order them and you pour them and you bake them, $3.50 for 20 minutes, and you don't like them, I will gladly send you your money back. That's how much I believe in it. It's a great product, excellent. And like I said, the best thing about it is the young lady who created this product is one of my guests on the show today. She came up with a product that the Lord dropped in her spirit. She developed it. She worked on it. She conceptualized it. She followed through, stuck with it. And now that's something that went from recipe to retail outlets, is in stores, major retail outlets right now. And there's some major news coming up in August. I can't say nothing about it. I already know what it is, but I promise I won't say anything about it. I wouldn't say anything about it, and I can't. But there's some major news for cutie cakes, and that's coming up in August. Why am I talking about this so much? In addition to cutie cakes being our sponsor, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I want people to realize, and it helps me, it reminds me that you can truly live your dream, that you can start something, do something, create something, and see that thing mass produce, reaching mass outlets. And that's what we're talking about today. Again, if you're going to live your dreams, you need some tools with it. In addition to the word of God, in addition to faith, in addition to your sweat equity and your financial seed and whatever you do to develop who you are and what you are, you need some specific tools. And a gentleman named Dr. Robert Watkins will be joining us as well on the show today. He wrote a book called Chosen. And I believe what he has for us is going to bless us and inspire us. So do me a favor. Make sure that you like and you share this post. In the comment line, make sure you comment and tell me where you are watching from, where you are hanging out with us from. If you are in Lagos, Nigeria, say I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm at work, my name is Frank. If I'm in DC and I'm at the house, my name is Sophia. I'm in New York and I'm on the subway, my name is Greg. Whoever you are, put that in the comment line. Let us know where you're watching from. Like, tag it, and share this post. Speaking of New York, just got back from New York City this weekend. Had a phenomenal time. Was there with my good friend, Pastor Lenny Gaines. And we were there shooting a photo shoot for our brand new radio show called Sundays, which rolls out. We're in beta mode right now. Official rollout is June 3rd. So look out for that. Sundays with Pastor Lenny and Akintunde, national radio show. And I'm super excited, off the charts, excited about that. Shout out to Erwin and the whole crew who did the photo shoot in New York City. We had a great time. Like, it was really, really a fun trip. Got a chance. I had something I usually don't have in New York City. I had another day where I didn't have to travel, nor did I have a show. See, people don't realize when comedians travel a lot, they don't realize that a lot of times I don't get a chance to experience the cities where I'm in because there's so much going on. But I will say this, and thank you again to Pastor Lenny and his assistant, Christian, because they really made the trip excellent. We had a great time hanging out, photo shoot, and for our brand new radio show, Sundays. Listen, in addition to that, you can catch me this week here. Tomorrow, Thursday, I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, hosting the Legends Gala. Yolanda Adams, Nile Rodgers are amongst, and Uncle Charlie Wilson, amongst others, will be honored for the Legends Gala put on by the NMAAM, National Museum of African American Music. I get a chance to host that. I'm just honored to be chosen as the host. We're gonna have a good time there. That's coming up this Thursday night. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, got a bit of got some sad business to handle. We're going in for a memorial service for my good friend, Mr. Spanky Brown, comedian Spanky Brown. His memorial services are tomorrow, and in Memphis, Tennessee. And we having comedian Tony Tone is put on a big comedy show tomorrow for Spanky tomorrow night at Chuckles Comedy Club in Memphis. I'll be performing on that along with many of us who'll be honoring Spanky Brown, comedian. Of course, we honored Spanky 2 weeks ago on the show, and his memorial service is tomorrow. Sad news, but it is. We get a chance to send our friend off with a big old laugh, because that's what he would want us to do. And then Friday, I'm in Connecticut. And then Saturday, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. You want to get more information about Akintunde, hit us up, akintunde.net. That's akintunde.net. Hit us up on the 800 number, 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094, and you can get some jokes in your city. With that out of the way, family, we got a big show for y'all today. Again, my guests are Andrea Dumas and Dr. Robert Watkins, and it is Living Your Dreams Part 1, family. And guess what? Part 2 is coming up next week. Guess who the guest is? J.J. Hairston. J.J. Hairston will be our special guest next week. And when I tell you, this brother is going to bless your socks off with his testimony, oh my God. I'm telling you, we're off to a wonderful start. I'm excited. Summer's here, baby. Hey, stay right there, family. Let everybody know that the Ox Show is on. We're on the Freethinkers Radio Network. Hey, stay right there. I'm going to pay some bills, play these commercials. And until then, I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Don't move. You're inside the Akintunde Show, a.k.a. the Grown Man Podcast. We'll be right back. The Akintunde Show is sponsored in part by Atomic Design. Set the stage for maximum effect for your next live event with Atomic Design. Whether live event production, set design, custom set construction, or modular rental scenery, Atomic Design is the company for you. Official set designer of my upcoming live comedy special, Akintunde Because I Said So. Learn more about the captivating capabilities of Atomic Design. Give them a call today at 717-626-4408 and tell them Akintunde told you to call. Atomic Design, atomicdesign.tv.
$26 logo designs. Need a logo like the ones here? Go to JaleelMakesLogos.com for yours today. JaleelMakesLogos.com. $26 logo designs. Need a logo like the ones here? Go to JaleelMakesLogos.com for yours today. JaleelMakesLogos.com.
Hey, what's up, family? The Akintunde Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour has officially begun. Savannah, Georgia was lit. Moncks Corner was gas. Germany was spectacular. Hollywood, Florida was off the chain. The tour is rolling, and we just added some dates. For my full schedule, including speaking engagements, log on to my website.
The 2014 Dove Award Comedian of the Year.
It's the Akintunde Live Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour coming to a city near you. And if it's not, do something about it. Give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. Or hit me on my website. That's akintunde.net. That's akintunde.net. Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour coming to a city near you. I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Akintunde Show, a.k.a. the Grown Man Podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Listen, I told you I had this brother coming to the show today. We want to talk about this whole topic of living your dreams. I feel like he is the perfect person to have this discussion, because oftentimes people can't take their dream from idea, concept, or a dream to actually living it out. And this brother, what makes him so great is a lot of people in the kingdom, not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, that's maybe a slight overstatement. Some people in the kingdom are talking about things, and I even use the term peddling things that they're not actually doing. And you usually find out at some point. But here's a brother who's been doing it for decades and who has been not chasing a paycheck for a long time, living his dream, building his ministry, building his business, scaling his business. And I think he's the perfect person to talk about this today. Dr. Robert Watkins, Conquer Worldwide. How you doing, sir?
Akintunde, it's an awesome pleasure to be with you, man. I tell you, I've been watching you for a long time, man. You worked with us when we first got started, and we were just talking about, man, the first time I ever had a comedian in, and man, we really couldn't afford you. We couldn't afford anything. Matter of fact, we couldn't even afford lights for the stage. And I don't know how you found the stage, because the stage was dark, man. And you did it in the dark. I just want to say thank you for working with Kings and Priests, man, and working with us. And here we are today, man. And we've been blessing literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and been watching you grow, man. You've been watching us, making us laugh, man. And many of us are healed, man, because of your ministry. So I just want to say, on behalf of leaders, man, all around the world, thank you for your service, man. We love you. We know it's not always easy, man, but you keep laughing and you keep making us laugh, man. And many of us are not in the hospital today because of your comedy, man. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, sir. That means a whole lot. I really appreciate that, particularly coming from you. And I do remember that first time coming to Kings and Priests. I remember in Atlanta, Georgia. I remember the suit I had on. It was a Steve Harvey suit. I remember.
Yeah. It was great, man. So we still talk.
I tell you, that was the first time I ever had a pair of Meslin shoes. You probably had 18 pair of Meslin. That was the first pair of Meslin. That night, I was wearing those shoes the first time that night. Wow. Oh, you bring me all these good memories.
Man, you was a hit of red bottoms back then, bro. I didn't know you were balling out like that.
Oh, no. Hey, sir, it was an investment. But no, you've been I really appreciate what you do. And you bless, you talk about me blessing people. You bless scores and scores and scores and hundreds and thousands of churches over the years, nationally and internationally. And one of these things I definitely want to talk about with you, because you've got a new book out. Okay, yeah. Let's first talk about that. Let's talk about Chosen. There we go. Yeah. Let's talk about the new book. Yes. I love it. And what led to you, before we get into this whole topic about living your dream, what led to you writing this book, and why is it relevant now?
Well, for most of my adult life, I lived in what I call holy frustration. And my whole question was, Lord, what am I supposed to be doing? And it had to be more than me just going to church, be more than just tithing and praising God and coming home and being trying to make life happen. It had to be more than that. Right. But then I read the Bible says that many are called, but few are chosen. Amen. And I said, well, who are the called and who are the chosen? I said, how do you become chosen? And what the Lord shared with me, he said, those who show up to do the call are the chosen. Mm. And the Lord told me the reason why I was depressed, the reason why I was frustrated with life, the reason why things were not working, because I was showing up in the wrong place. Wow. And so I had to understand, for me, the first key in the book on how to become chosen, how to show up in the right place is this: never stay where you're not valued. And once I understood that real builders, real kingdom wealth builders, real leaders, they don't stay in a relationship or a church or a business or a job where they're not being valued. Wow. So I discovered even a guy like me who's never met my birth father or my birth mother, I was given over to an orphanage at birth. But even then, I was chosen. And there are many people out there, they're chosen. And once you understand you're chosen for something bigger than yourself, your insecurities begin to go away. Your fear goes away. But here's another thing that happens. Money begins to show up. Relationships begin to show up when you're operating in a chosen life. And that's what I give people 7 things to do to become the person they were meant to be in that book.
And now when you say chosen, and when you're talking about being someplace where you're not valued, I guess, how do you recognize when you're not being valued? How do you recognize when you're not, this relationship is not a reciprocal one, where you're actually being even if it's not just being valued, but you're not being nourished to be able to go to the next level? How do you recognize that?
Well, first of all, is your voice being heard? Is the things that you do, is the money there? Are you being celebrated for the things that you bring to that particular place? You know, I only go places not where I'm tolerated, but where I'm celebrated. I'm only going to go to a church or a company that asks me to come and speak because they celebrate. They value my books, my tapes, my programs, my message. So and there's going to be some reciprocity there. I'm going to be able to see some tangible value for what I bring. Yeah. And in relationships. You can value it by the fruit of the spirit. If love is not there, if respect is not there, is joy, is peace. All you got is arguing and y'all getting on each other's nerves and they can't get you to leave. Well, you know you're not being valued, right? If people tell you to down and shut up. So it's all about respect. And then you're going to start seeing some physical things as rewards as a result of you being there. And so we don't want to spiritualize this. So I'm chosen for something special. For example, for me, I can teach on righteousness or faith, but that's not what I'm known for. That's not what I'm chosen to do. I'm chosen to talk about this subject. And because of that, I'm rewarded. And I'm rewarded with favor from God and money from men and blessings from heaven. And things begin to work when you operate in your chosen calling and not the calling that you chose.
You know, that's amazing you say that, because I can watch, as watching you over the years, you've been consistently in your lane. It's not to say that you haven't made adjustments or you haven't upgraded things or taken things to the next level, but there's been some consistency where you can tell, okay, this man of God knows what he's supposed to be doing, and he's on that path. What sometimes I think, whether it's the body of Christ and even outside, I think people are so busy looking at what somebody else is doing. They're like, oh, that's really working. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing that over there. Oh, I want to do the same thing. And before you know, they don't even recognize themselves, and nobody else does either.
Yes, that's right. I mean, that's so true, man. That is the number one mistake we have in life, especially in the body of Christ, where we're duplicating other people's success. And it's success for them, but it's not success for us. And so for them, it's success. For you, is bondage. And so we spend all of our lives giving and sowing and scratching and crawling and praying. And it's like, wait a minute. When God chose you to do something, there's going to be a spirit of ease that comes from you, because now it's God's responsibility to make sure you have the anointing and the blessing and the money and the relationships and everything you need when you walk in that chosen life. I'm not going to say everything is going to be rosy all the time, but I'm telling you, you're going to have peace in your mind and peace in your heart, regardless of what's going on in your life. And
now, and before we get into the living your dreams, what do you want people to walk away from with this book? If you could sum it up and summarize it in one sentence, what would you want a person to pick this book up, buy it, and read it, consume it? What should they have when they're finished?
Well, they will get the number one thing I want them to walk away with is peace of mind. That's it. Wow. Peace of mind is freedom. Peace of mind is everything. It's gold. It's the new wealth. Peace. Wow. And that's what you're going to get once you realize you're chosen. And that clarity comes with that. And then nobody can talk you out of it. So peace is the one thing they're going to get out of this.
You know, you're so right, because I know for me, there is nothing like the peace of knowing that you're on God's path. Even when it's tough, even when something didn't work out exactly the way you thought it was supposed to, but they're signs. I call them breadcrumbs, let you know, man, you know, you're on God's path. And that's not to say that everything is easy, but there is an ease to certain things when you're on God's path. But I want to talk about this because we talk, of course, I have my sister coming up, and she started this great business, Cutie Cakes, and you know her as well. Of course, you're friends with Pastor McBride over at Tabernacle of Praise, and so you're well aware of the Cutie Cake story and phenomenon that's growing. But I want to talk about failure in that process, because I think a lot of times we in the kingdom of God, of course, you shouldn't be failing constantly at everything. But I think sometimes, sometimes failure happens, or things don't work out, or what looks like failure happens. I really want you to talk about that. What the value of failure on the road to success, living your dreams.
Well, there's two things that I live my life by, that my businesses, my relationships, my family, money, is two laws that you can't break in life, in business, money, whatever you're trying to pursue. That's God's law and man's law. You know why? Because I'm not going to hell or jail over money. It's two laws. It's two laws.
I love it. I'm not going to hell or jail.
I'm not breaking God's law, I'm breaking man's law. I ain't going to hell or jail.
Right.
Right. And in all seriousness, though, as simple as that sounds, we have a lot of Christians that try to take shortcuts.
Gotcha.
And shortcuts around God and shortcuts around money and manipulating to get the house or manipulating the application to buy the car or lie on their taxes. Right. And so these things affect your success. Right. And most failures are self-imposed. Yeah. Because when I go to churches and in businesses and I talk to people who are trying to start stuff, and if your credit score is 500, is 550, right, and you've been broke for most of your life, well, that's an internal wiring thing. Right. You can't blame the bank or anybody on that. If you overspent on a house, and I've done it early on in life, right, but you've got to correct things, right? Right. If you spent too much for the car, I've done it. Right. But if you have a correction somewhere, then you're just chronically in a position of going from one failure to the next failure to the next failure to the next failure. Right. So look at your life and say, am I breaking God's law? Am I breaking man's law? Right. And those are the two really simple adjustments you need to make. And now your credit score can go from a 500 to a 700. And when that happens, a whole new world can open up for you. Matter of fact, my company can get you $150,000, a line of credit. Right. So much can happen with a little bit of faithfulness to those laws. And so those have worked well for me. And I'm always asking myself, before I go into any relationship or any conflict, am I breaking man's law or God's law? So if I have God's law on my side and man's law on my side, then I got a green light to go.
And now when you say go, what, I guess a lot of times for a lot of people, they don't necessarily know when they should go. Like when is a time when I should make that move, take that leap? How do you know that sometimes? I mean, is that because I've been there before. Full transparency. I'm in the process of making some moves right now, and it's like you're like, how, when, should, all those questions you're asking God and seeking counsel on. But how do people really know when it's time to go?
Yeah. Well, I'll give you two answers. I give the spiritual answer and then the natural answer. The spiritual answer is there peace in your heart, not in your head? Because you can talk yourself into mindset peace. Right. The numbers, great. Oh, I'm going to make a whole lot of money. Right. Oh, this is a great opportunity. Oh, I'm going to blow up, right? That's head. That's not what I'm talking about. You can have head peace and have a war going on here. Right. You got to pay attention to this. You got to understand if the numbers look great and there's celebrities there, and I know, man, people are pulling on you all the time, but there's always something behind the words, man, that you can't see. Peace is not going to lie to you. Right. Now, on the natural side, does it make dollars and cents? Is the relationships there? Or am I walking into struggle? We don't like to ask ourselves that question. I'm dealing with something now about buying a big building. Mm-hmm. It's stretch. It's millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. So I had to look at myself. On paper, the projections look great, mm-hmm. but what I can't see is that there was struggle in year 2, year 3, year 4. Mm-hmm. I can building, I can acquire it. People, man, you walk into a big house, they don't even have furniture in the house. Yeah. Yeah. They got the house. Yeah. Oh, they got the car. Yeah. They can't afford the maintenance. Right. The Mercedes-Benz. We get in your car, man, and the car look like an airplane on the inside. Right. All the lights on, and we can't afford the maintenance on it, right? And so, you know what I'm talking about. You can make the acquisition. I guarantee you, when they come in my office and they say, man, I'm in so much debt, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Let's go back. Right. I guarantee you, there was no peace here. Yeah. And you didn't look at the consequence of maintaining. So you walked in the struggle. Yeah. And you broke God's law and you broke man's law.
That is so good right there. Walking into struggle. Oh, that's good right there.
And that's what we see as, because it's disguised as opportunity. Right. And so that's why you have to listen to your heart. I can't put more value. Even the world says stuff like that. Even Warren Buffett. People ask Warren Buffett all the time, well, how do you choose the stock? How did you know to buy that little struggling back? He goes back. He calls it the gut, the inner gut. But we have the Holy Spirit. Right. I don't want to be too spiritual, but it's absolutely will save your life, make you money, and get you to become the chosen person that you are.
Wow. Now let's go to my sister. She started this business. And essentially,
right? The cupcake business.
yes, cutie cakes, cupcakes in a bottle.
It's great. I love them.
I mean, excellent product. I'm talking about an excellent product.
I made it myself. The key lime cupcakes. I made it myself. That's how simple. And I can't cook nothing. I cook those cupcakes.
That's my favorite one. Key lime. That's my favorite one. And you're right. And I mean, I warmed that oven up to 350. We paused, we waited. When it got 350, I dropped them bad boys in, and I was talking about 19 minutes and 59 seconds. I took them out, and they were perfect. I was like, oh, this is a great product. But and now, so she went from something that she said the Holy Spirit dropped on her, and called, and then she went through that long process of developing it, and setbacks and failures, and then scaling it. My question is for you is, how does a person, if you were telling someone who had a concept, I'm sure you had people at your table. You're one of the people who still goes out into the lobby and signs books and talks with people.
I do.
When I'm sure people come to you all the time with great ideas.
They do, yeah.
But how does a person, what do you tell somebody how to get your concept, your dream into actual national retail shelves, or just as an active, living, breathing business that you can get up and go to work in every day? Right.
Well, first of all, you got to do your part, right? So she did her part. When I met her, she already had a product. She had a packaging. She had a product that worked. She already contacted the FDA. She was already in several public stores already. Wow. So even when you come to Shark Tank, the first thing to ask is, well, what did you do last year? What was your revenue? Right. I mean, like, you got to do your part, right? She did her part. So by the time she came into my office and she needed some planning and some consulting and some financing, she made our job easy. Wow. The hard part is when all you have is a vision, and a vision by itself can't pay any bills, right?
Right. But I want to jump in there because a lot of people don't really know what that means. I really want you to expound on that just a little bit more in terms of doing your part, because a lot of people they think, well, I wrote something out. Habakkuk 2:2. I wrote something, I put something down on paper, and this is the concept, and I got a good pitch, so I got a great idea. But man, it's a lot of great ideas out there.
It's a lot of great ideas. You have to figure out how to manifest at least 2 steps. She figured out how to get packaging. I need a graphic artist. That's not hard. You can find a graphic artist, take a picture of it. She had to call a packaging company. Right. What's the packaging gonna look like? She had to do her part. Then she had to contact the recipe. Right. How do you get the recipe that can be mass produced? Right. She did her part. So by the time she met me, she had a product. She had something that went from me to we, right? So, and that's what it is. Something tangible. It's just like when God called David, David had a slingshot. When God called Moses, he had a staff. It was something tangible, from the spirit to the tangible, that God can breathe on. Now, when God walks up to you, I don't make money unless I invest. Right. So I'm looking for a product, a service that is provable. And here's the really big thing that really made it even. I did what you did. I took that bad boy home, cut the oven over 350, tested the product, got some cold milk, man, and sat down, watched TV. I said, right. Somebody cakes. I need another box. Right. She created something. So the Bible talks about witty inventions. That's what she had, witty invention. But we can't stop there. She manifested something that she saw in the spirit, and then she handed me something, and that's where most people fall down. And it's just like the lady, the widow woman in 1 Kings chapter 4. She had to go out and get pots, and God filled those pots up, but she needed something tangible. Right. So what we're trying to get Christians to do is, there's a time to pray, and there's a time to work, and there's a time to manufacture. And we fall down on the manufacture side.
We're about out of time, but I definitely want to ask you this, and I really want you to talk to that person out there who is a chosen person, who is a person who's got a great idea, concept, right? But they are 2-3 years into their business. They either have exhausted all of their funds, and they may have lost something, and they know they got a great concept. Somehow God, through man or through the spirit or through some type of success, has confirmed that it's a great idea, concept, or product. But they're kind of like in that flatlands is what I call it. It's like it's working. They're up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. They've been up all night.
Yeah.
But they got a meeting coming up, and they just not quite. I'm almost there. Like, talk to that person, Dr. Watkins, because you know it can be a lonely place.
It is a lonely place. And trust me, that is part of the plan. I love a guy like that. I would say to that guy, the Bible says every joint supplieth. Right. You need a relationship, right? You don't have to be a marketing guru. You just need a relationship with someone who is. You don't need to be a sales guru. You just need a relationship who is.
Right.
I was that person to call somebody like me. Call me. Call my 888-526-1118 number. You're just one relationship away from millionaire status. You're one relationship away from breakthrough. You can't do it by yourself. God didn't design the system of success to do it by yourself. No man is an island. You got to come out of your basement.
Wow.
You got out of your house.
Right.
You got to go take a shower, and you got to go knock on the door, and you got to not be afraid to cast vision. And I would say, if you're preparing for a meeting, you got that one meeting away to meet with a bank or investor or a friend or whomever, you call somebody like me, my staff, and we'll come and surround you with the right people that you need. And that's what people need. They just need a person who understands their lane to walk along.
Right. You know, you said something there, because you said something about going door to door or coming out of your house, coming out of your basement. You know, many people in the kingdom of God believe this: if God don't send it to me, then it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. They
feel like if the phone don't ring, or if I don't get this supernatural call or the supernatural person, and don't get me wrong, I've had those experiences. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But you mentioned something that I think sometimes is the gap. Sometimes is people don't want to go out there and sweat. Put that sweat equity and get, if you allow me to say, a little bit dirty. When I'm saying dirty, I mean dirty in a bad and negative way, but I'm saying you gotta get out there, whatever that is, whether it's dirty sweat, dirty from driving across town, or dirty from cutting grass because you're a landscaping company. But sometimes we don't want to do that because we think that we somehow spiritualize it to think that work is bad, challenge is bad.
You just described laziness. That's what you described.
Way to simplify.
Okay, we're running out of time, so can we just cut to it?
Right.
That's a lazy man's gospel. That's what that is. I'm waiting for.
Hold on. You kind of digitized for a minute when you say that. Please say that again, sir.
That's a lazy man's gospel.
Ooh, lazy man's gospel. Oh,
that's what we have in our churches, man. That's what we have. Jehovah Jireh never promised you money. He never did. He never did. He promised you the blessing. And if you get the blessing of the Lord will make you rich. And
right.
But so the blessing come on you. That's all he promised. You got to use that blessing.
The blessing empowers you.
It empowers you. It gives you strength. It gives you ability. It gives you forethought. It gives you energy. But energy can't pay a money, can't pay a bill.
That's right. Wow.
Energy is to get up and cast vision and go to the bank or go to somebody like me and cast vision. But you can't wait for somebody to knock on your door. You're going to be broke. And that's a lazy man's gospel. And that is 90% unfortunately, of people in our churches. They're waiting for God to show up with $1 million. Ed McMahon died a long time ago. I tell you. Remember him, man? We're still waiting on Ed McMahon. Ed is in the
Clearhouse. The band with the balloons. Yep.
We're still waiting for him to show up. Ding dong, ain't happening.
Wow.
Right? So you got to get up and go. You got to get up and go. And that's what I'm trying to do. And God talks a lot about 7 streams of income in Ecclesiastes 11:2. You know, you heard me say that. So that's what we got to do, man. And so we're one relationship away. And I prophesy to everybody that's watching, you are one relationship away from living your dreams. Just one relationship. Wow. And so you pray for that relationship, but then you got to go out and find them.
Praise God, sir. You know, you always bless me. The first time I had you on the podcast, way back when I was in the house. Doing it at the house, and we've been moving us along. So you consistently bless us. Tell people how they can reach you. Number one, to get a plan together, to pull and get the different services that Conquer Worldwide offers and Kings and Priests offers, and how they can find your new book, Chosen.
Yeah, thank you. Well, if they go to conquerworldwide.com, CONQUER, worldwide.com, we're a consulting company as well. So I have lawyers and CPAs that work for us. And so our job is to not just plan your success, but plan your personal financial success, but also provide marketing and financing to get you to that place of tangibility. And got two great resources. One, show you how to get your money, never chase a paycheck again.
Yeah.
How to get your blessing with Chosen. Get your money and your blessing with those two great books. And they can always call us at 888-526-1118. But more so, just go to our website. You see all the great stuff there. If you have an idea, don't call Shark Tank, call Conquer, because we can help you back.
Hey, you heard that? Y'all heard that. You better say it, Dr. Watkins.
That's right. Hey, man, I enjoyed you, man. We were down in Miami, and I caught you down there, man. We had a great time. Had breakfast the next morning.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so appreciative of you, so proud of you, man, and your family. And, man, what you're doing in the kingdom, I can't I'm blushing, man, whenever I see you on social media. And you're doing a great job, man. We love you so much.
Thank you, sir. I love you, too. I thank you, the whole family. We love you, and we appreciate you. Thank you for building up the kingdom of God. Thank you for giving people real-world principles that make a real-life difference. And trust me, out of all the hundreds and thousands and if not millions of people all over the world who've been blessed by your ministry, I'm one of them that says, thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Amen. God bless you.
God bless you. That's Dr. Robert Watkins. Let me tell y'all something. Make sure y'all get to this man of God, this brother, this gentleman here, and get his information. It'll bless your life, y'all. Stay right there, fam. We continuing on. We're talking about living your dreams, y'all. How do you live your dreams? Tell you right now, one way I gotta live my dreams, I gotta pay these bills with these spots, these advertisements. Grown Man Podcast, aka the Akintunde Show, family. Stay right there, y'all. Boy, that's some good stuff right there. Thank you, sir. Dr. Robert Watkins, Conquer Worldwide. ConquerWorldwide.com. That is the website. If you ever want to get in touch with Dr. Watkins, you can log on to the website. You can get the book Chosen, his previous book, Never Chase a Paycheck Again, or you can find out about his tour that is going on right now, and you can have him at your ministry, church, business, organization as well, provided you meet the criteria. That's Dr. Robert Watkins, Conquer Worldwide. I got my sister, Andrea Dumas, coming up in just a little bit. She's going to give you the testimony of Cutie Cakes, how she went from recipe to retail, how she went from her kitchen on to major retail, national major retail stores. Kroger, the second largest retailer in the country, grocery retailer in the country, behind only Walmart. Kroger, she's in there. Hey, y'all, I'm going to read some of y'all social media comments. Shout out to Ramona, Baltimore Clock, my friend, my sister. What's up? Tell Lance I say, what's up, Ramona? Ramona really being blessed by Dr. Watkins. Elijah Bradford. What's up, brother? Elijah Bradford, Purpose Driven, and the Valentinos. Hey, what's up, sir? Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thanks for sharing. Jaleel, what's up, buddy? That's my second oldest son. He's watching. Latanya Kemp Butler. What's up, Latanya? How you doing? Where can you get the book? ConquerWorldwide.com. Log on to that website. Casey Johnson, thank you. She said nice shirt, nice puzzle shirt. I appreciate that, Casey. Thank you, ma'am. It is a puzzle shirt, and I was puzzled when I brought it, but I like it. Also, Rudolph V. Mitchell. Let me tell you something real quick. My brother-in-law pranked his wife on his Facebook page. Go and watch that video. It is hilarious. He played a doomsday video off YouTube, and she thought the world was coming to an end for real, and he had her down in the basement hiding. It's wrong. It's profoundly bad, but it was funny. I'm sorry, Pauline. That thing was funny. Rudy, you wrong for that, but that's a good one, though. Your sister would have beat me up if I tried that. Hey, y'all, stay right there. I got Andrea Dumas coming up next. She's going to tell you about Cutie Cakes, Cupcakes in a bottle. Not just how you eat them, not just how you bake them, not just how you get them, but she's going to share her testimony on how she went from idea concept to major retail outlets. I hope it's blessing y'all because it's blessing me. Stay right there, family. This is the Akintunde Show, aka the Grown Man Podcast on the Freethinkers Radio Network. Ak Show.
Hello, my name is Unissa with the Assignment Agency, and our goal is to provide quality Christian, uncompromising artists and speakers for your events and conferences. So whether it's comedy, music, poetry, or a keynote speaker, we can provide someone who's tailor-made for your event.
Just give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. Or log on to theassignmentagency.com. That's theassignmentagency.com. The Assignment Agency, bridging the gap between ministry and industry.
All right, y'all. We've been talking about this for at least 2 weeks. I've been teasing it. I've been talking about the product. I've been talking about the lady. And finally, the day is here. We're talking about living your dreams, how to level up, how to take what you're doing to the next level, how to take that dream, that passion, that concept, that idea, and actually make it into a living, dreaming business or just something that pays your bills. All right, I got the right person to talk about that today. Now, here's, y'all know me. I'm big on people who do it, who are doing what they say. Okay, I always say this, talk about the kingdom of God. Sometimes you have people who are life coaching and motivational speaking about things that they're not doing. Well, I got a sister who is doing this today. She is the founder and CEO of Legend Foods, and she is the creator, inventor of these things right here. Cutie cakes, cupcakes in a bottle. Her name is Andrea Dumas. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being on the show. Are you there?
Uh-huh.
I said thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get right into it. So tell us the story behind cutie cakes, cupcakes in a bottle.
How did it come about?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. It came about by me looking or trying to create a convenience for myself in my bakery.
Okay.
And in doing that, I realized I created convenience for others as well.
Gotcha.
So that's how the actual product Cutie Cakes came about. It's a lot more to that, but yeah.
And
so that's how we got it about.
And that, okay, so you say your bakery. Let's go back to it because I know there's a story behind Cutie Cakes, and the story really comes from your mother. Let's start there.
Right. So my mom passed. She found out she had a blood cancer on my baby daughter's birthday, which was May the 4th, and she passed May the 4th, 2010. Wow. She passed April the 4th, 2011, 11 months to the day.
Wow.
Me and my mom were very close, and I always told her that I would keep her memory alive if I was still on this earth when she transitioned. And so I did that. And what happened was it was coming up to that 1 year that she had transitioned, and I was like, I have to keep my promise to her and do what I said I would do and keep her memory alive, but I didn't know what and how, to do that. So, I just asked God, what do I do? And he said, do what she loved doing, do what she did a lot. And of course she taught me, which was baking. And my mom just did not like to bake, loved to bake cakes. Her favorite food was cake.
Wow.
So I wanted to, do something different. So I didn't want to just have a regular cake. So I made the cakes square, and I started an online cake business online.
Okay.
I made the cake square, and I call them Shirley cakes. And one of the things that God had told me was to put all of my mom's personality in the cakes, because my mom loved to laugh. She loved to have fun. You fall down, she's going to laugh at you, but she's going to help you up. She'll help you up after she laughed at you first.
Wow.
But she laughed. I didn't tell people my mom laughed tears. You know how people laugh so hard till they cry? My mom would laugh so hard that she would cry.
Wow.
And so when God told me to put all her personality in the cake, I was like, how? What do you do? He was like, make them colorful. And I was like, wow, make them colorful.
Okay.
And making the cakes colorful, I call them Shirley cakes. And they were purple, which was a lavender cake. They were orange, which was an orange cream cake. They were yellow, which was lemon, chocolate, red velvet, all of those flavors. And they were square. And there was a ganache icing that I put on it. And they were go into a box, and if it was a chocolate cake, it had a chocolate bowl. If it was a lavender cake, it had a purple bowl. And the customer would go online and tell us what they want printed on their card for it to be sent. People were like, man, I can get a cake in a box versus flowers.
Wow.
And the furthest order that I had was from Hawaii. And so
you shipped the cake from Atlanta to Hawaii?
Yes.
Wow.
Hawaii. And so that's how it started. It started with Shirley cakes, my mom. So that was me keeping my mom's memory alive by doing that, and that's what she loved, and that was her favorite food.
So how do you,
from there,
how do you wind up getting to the actual bakery?
So, so the story about the bakery. So here's me. I'm trying to stay in my little box. I'm not trying to get outside of that box. This is like I'm doing what I promised. I'm keeping a memory alive, but then here come, customers outside that puts you outside of that box.
Right.
And there were people in Atlanta, what they were saying to me was, "Ooh, I want a Shirley cake. Can I get a Shirley cake as an anniversary cake? Can I get a Shirley cake for a birthday cake? Can I get a Shirley cake for it?" And I was like, okay, see, I was just trying to stick with these little square cakes, these 8-inch square cakes, putting them in the box and shipping them. I was not trying to do anything outside of that. And of course, I was comfortable doing everything at my home.
Right.
But what happened was when they wanted to get these cakes in different types for different type of events, then they wanted to sample the different flavors. And I had to find a way to make that big 8-inch cake into a smaller, a miniature size cake for them to be samples. One thing I wasn't going to do, I wasn't going to tarnish my mom's memory because, we don't believe in, baking stuff and freezing it and then bringing it out and then telling you it's fresh. It's like, so I know that those cakes had to be fresh.
Right.
And so I was like, God, how do I make miniature size these cakes? I just can't be baking up cakes and people testing them or tasting them and then I have to throw them in the trash afterwards because I've baked up all of these. Somebody might say, okay, I want to taste these 3 flavors. I want to taste these 5 flavors.
Right.
And so in praying about it, I actually fell asleep. I mean, it was so heavy on me that I had a headache and I went to sleep. And God showed me in a dream that I had a pan that was the same shape as my cake. Cakes, and it was smaller, and I didn't realize I had it for so long. So I jumped up and went, rumbling through my cabinet, and sure enough, there it was. And that's how I miniaturized the cakes. And when people begin to come in to sample the cakes for their birthday cake or for their wedding cake or whatever, they started saying, "Oh, I've never seen a square cupcake." I said, "That's not a square cupcake, that's a sample." Right. And, trying to miniaturize, it's a sample. So it was like, that's a big sample. I said, and said, "Well, can I buy the sample?" I said, "No, it's a sample. You take it home, but I'm not gonna sell them."
Hold on. So
I kind of felt like they was taking me at my boss again.
So people were asking to buy the samples, and you telling them no.
I sure did. I sure enough did. I do. It's like, no, because I was like, here we go again. So I said, you could take it home and they was like, well, these are some big old samples. And so I had one of my friends, my good friends, she said to me, "Andrea, if the customers are asking for it, you need to give it to them."
Right.
And I said, "But yeah, you need to give it to them." And I said to her, "But I don't want to be a me too, because everybody's doing cupcakes, and I don't want to do cupcakes."
Yeah, people love cupcakes.
And
people love cupcakes.
Yes, everybody loves cupcakes. Everybody was doing Everybody still is doing cupcakes. And I was like, I don't want to do cupcakes.
Right.
And so She said, but if they're asking for it, you need to give it to them. So I went to my husband and I said, told him what, she had said. And I said, what will I call them? Because I don't want to call them cupcakes. And he just off the bat, he said cutie cakes.
Wow.
Call them cutie cakes.
Wow. So let me speed up a little bit. I'm gonna come back to that. Let's go to how do you go from let's go to the creation of the cupcake in a bottle. Like you've created something that is now in national stores. Now just for clarity, Kroger behind Walmart is the biggest grocery store chain in the United States. And
yes.
How do you get your product? Because this is what people want to know. People who have an idea, who have a concept. There's people who can cook all over the world, all over the country. But how do you, and they may have a store, they might have a restaurant, but how do you go to creating something that goes into national stores?
Well, the thing about it was, when I created it, I wasn't creating it for national stores, but it ended up there. And it's like, when you are going from a small, doing something small to scaling up to the mass or doing mass production.
Right.
There's so much that goes into that mass production. When Kroger found out about the product, they were themselves shocked because they said there's nothing like this out there. Of course, they would know because they're a grocery store.
Right.
And and I was like, really? They said, no, there is nothing like this. So they couldn't get the concept. They was, they talked to me on the phone for about 3 months about the product because they were trying to figure out where we're going to put it at. I sent it to them a couple of times. It's like, we got to change. Let's change the packaging. Because it's a shape, pour, and bake, I wanted a handle on it. Okay. But we went to something that was more slimline. But even though they were in the process of helping me to get this product to their stores, they still couldn't get the concept because it was like, how we just got to see this. It's like we even though they saw it, they saw the bottle, they never saw the actual product in the bottle. How do we get this product? How do you get it out of there? And I kept saying, you add nothing. What do you add? You add nothing. What do you add? You add nothing.
Right.
Nobody could get that. You don't add anything to it because it has everything in it. It's a refrigerated product. And so what happens is when going up to the mass, scaling up to the massive, of course, Kroger invited me to their corporate office, and they saw it and they just went crazy over it, and they were trying to figure out where we're going to put it.
Wow.
Because we don't know where we're going to even put it because there's nothing like that out there. So they decided, okay, since it has eggs in it, we'll put it in the dairy. Let's see how it goes in the dairy section. But scaling up to the masses involves, your R&D.
Right.
You got to R&D the product. You got production. You got nutritional facts. You got all of these things before you even hit the market that you have to do to make sure that it's in place. Because Department of Agriculture has to get involved because they have to approve your labels. Here's one thing that people don't know. If you put a product on the shelf and Department of Agriculture has not approved your labels, they can walk in the store tonight and pull it from the shelves.
If they
pull it.
Approve
they don't
the
have
labels?
They have to approve your labels, yes. Your labels have to be approved by Department of Agriculture.
So
yes.
are you finding all this out during that 90-day period, or this happened after they finally said we're going to put it on the shelves?
Well, the thing about it is, I guess what I can say is because I had a little bit of firsthand knowledge because I've done this before. But when I did it in the beginning, I had to learn all of this, by trial and error. But I knew that my labels had to be approved. I knew that the nutritional facts had to be, and the thing about it is too, even down to the little comma on your nutritional facts. If it's written it's wrong. If that comma is off, they're going to tell you need to change this. It's just that tedious. Okay. And the thing about people will say, okay, well, I don't want to give my recipe. Well, you're not giving your recipe, you're just giving the ingredients. Even Coke, if you look at the back of Coke can, they have their recipe, they have their ingredients on there. They just don't have the recipe.
Now, we see,
okay, so
that's something that somebody asked me. They said they were talking about the fact that you have a recipe on the back of the label for the icing. So they said, well, I wouldn't want to give away my recipe. But I'm like, no, I was like, nah, you thinking wrong about that. She's not just giving away a recipe. she's adding value to what she already has.
Right. And you're not giving away your recipe because your recipe is telling them how to make it, meaning that you need 2 cups of this, you need a tablespoon of this. Right. It's telling them how to do it. Your ingredients is just you showing them what's in it, what's in your product. And so, 9 times out of 10, nobody is going to get that right. They're going to get it wrong every time. The only people who will try to go and try to, they call reverse engineering, is like the big boys. They're trying to go and, copy your product. Then they're going to try to reverse engineer. They're going to take it into their labs and, okay, let's see how we can get it. And then they're not going to get it correct because they still don't have the recipe. They can only get close.
No, we did talk about this, and I don't know how you protect yourself against this because it's a particular store who I won't name, but they are famous. My wife and I always laugh at that. We'll see a product that we like in their stores, and then we'll be buying that particular product. Then all of a sudden the product could go away. Then it will come back with that particular store's name on it. And I was like, boy, they done remade them people's stuff and put it on the stores. How do you protect yourself against that?
Yeah. Well, you really, because you can't really protect, because you can't with food, you can't patent food. You can patent a thing, but you can't patent food. You can do a trade, secret. You can do a trademark. And the thing is, your trade secret is, okay, so what is it that makes that product pourable? What do you do that makes that product where it's pourable? That's what would be considered a trade secret. But when it comes to food, you cannot patent food. You can only do like a trade secret. It may be something where, say for instance, if it was a way that it came out of my bottle, a certain way that it would come out the bottle and everything would come out, or if it's a certain way, okay, what makes it pourable? Like I said, that's what you call a trade secret. Right. And then you put a trademark on it, of course. So I have those. And that's what you would do. And that's kind of where and then you get people to sign NDAs and non-competes. You especially need that when you have a co-packer, because you want to make sure they don't go and try to reproduce your product and call it their own, or okay, well, you doing my product, that you want to make sure that NDA is in place and that non-compete. Right. And it's so many years after they stop producing your product, you still don't want them to produce anything just like it, or them to try to come up with something their own.
You're right.
So it's up to you that you can say, okay, maybe 7 to 10 years after I'm gone, you still can't do anything. You can't keep doing it forever, but you still, you can hold them to that. So that's one of the things that you can do.
Let me ask you this in the time we got left. 2 things I really want to touch on, because you gave some great context about how that whole process of getting from idea to the store shelves. But 2 things I want to touch on, because I really want to help people out. Because again, people very rarely know the story behind the product, or when people see you on the shelves in a major store, their immediate mindset, oh man, you a multi-millionaire. I'm not saying you're not, but they think immediately you're worth $18 million. And so let's talk about. I really want to talk about that tough season where you really thought about giving up, and what happened for you not to give up.
Well, because what people don't realize is that they see you, they see the now. They don't see what's going on behind the scenes, or what you have to go through to get to where you are. Right. And there was an incident, where I had the bakery, and I was getting everything ready for Kroger, and people, the thing about it is that the bakery, they had their hands on me, and people, even to this day, they think, I am so rich. I'm like, y'all just don't know. I always tell people, I'm like, okay, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm trying to make the company so the company can make the money. Wow. And that's where I'm at, making the company and make the money, meaning putting your brand out there. Right. But there was a time where I had the bakery, and I had both of them going at the same time. I ended up letting the bakery go, but I got I lost my sight, lost my vision in my right eye, and I don't know what was going on. I just, woke up and there was, it was very blurry, and I was looking down a black tunnel in one of my eyes. And I went to the doctor, and my doctor said I need to send you to, ophthalmologist. And I went to the ophthalmologist, and my doctor said, "Are you stressed?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" And then, really, you asked me that question,
right? Right.
And then so he sent me there, and so the doctor there, he said, "Are you stressed?" Yes, Wow. And he said, "What you have?" He said, "What you have, they call." My doctor is white, but he said it's called a white man's disease. I said, "What?" Yeah, I'm serious.
Somebody Google that right now. White man's disease.
Yeah. So and. Called white man's disease. He said because back in the day, it was the white man who was doing, the working, and on Wall Street, they was doing all that, and the wife was staying at home, so the stress was on them. He said, so you have to be up under a lot of stress. And I told him what was going on. He said, you got to let something go. You can't do this. You can't continue to do this, because he said at this point I'm going to have to send you to a surgeon to see if you're going to get your vision back. And I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know if I was going to get my vision back. So I ended up going to a surgeon. Surgeon said the same thing. Are you stressed? And I was like, what I found out from these doctors, there was like stress brings on diseases. Stress brings on things in the body.
Right.
If your body's not getting the rest, if you're not doing the right thing, if you're always under pressure, then it's going to bring on all the stuff in your body that's going to cause stuff like this to happen. You don't know where it comes from.
Right.
And I've never had nothing like this in my family, never had anything. And so they wanted to check, they wanted to do, scans to make sure everything was going on right in my brain. They wanted to make sure that, make sure that I didn't have anything detached, nothing had burst, to make sure that I was going to get my vision back. When it all came down to it, I was up under so much stress trying at the bakery and trying to get the product on the shelf. I didn't realize, it was, my trying to keep everything right in my family.
Right.
It was, my husband, like, okay, look, we've been doing this for the longest. Okay, it's about time for us to turn it in. And I was like, I knew I couldn't do that because that's not what God showed me. He showed
So
he had to show me the beginning and the.
So you're doing you're working, you're putting your own money in, you're running a bakery, and then now you got health issues, and here's this great opportunity to get the Kroger's, and clearly you didn't quit, and because you didn't quit, now things are going to the next level. Let me ask you this: what I really want you to do is, Andrea, if you could minister to somebody real quick who's going through their process. Minister to me too, because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm building business. And as so many people, there's different people at different levels. I found, like, I'll never forget one time, I was talking to this one particular comedian who level I wanted to be at. He was making movies. He had multiple movies. He was doing this. I was writing for him. And as I was talking to him, he was waiting on a phone call from Steven Spielberg. And he kept talking about, man, I'm waiting on Steve to call me back. And I'm like, man, Steven Spielberg, if I can get where you are. And I know somebody is looking at you saying, I want to get where Andrea Dumas is and get her product on the shelf. And then somebody may be looking at Akintunde and say, I want to do this and tour and doing all this. But people don't recognize what the process is. Help somebody, minister to somebody in 90 seconds and tell them how to stay in there and not quit.
Want to encourage somebody. I started 3 separate businesses 3 separate times, and I failed each time. And I allowed that fear to take up residence within me after the third time. I overcame my fear by writing some reminders to keep and kept them close to me. And these reminders came because I had a dream about my grandma one night. And in the dream, my grandma told me, never be afraid of failing. It's just a teacher there to teach you something.
Okay. Never be afraid of failure.
I woke up
because it will teach you something.
Never be afraid of failure. It's just a teacher there to teach you something.
Okay.
That was the dream I had. And so I used what I did was I woke up that night and I wrote down, use a negative situation to bring about a positive revelation in your life.
Wow.
That's one.
Wow.
Ask God, what would he have you to learn of that situation that you just went through, whatever that was that failed. Stop letting that which you cannot control focus. Stop letting that which you cannot control become your focus.
Right.
There are no failures in business or life, just delayed success. Delay does not mean denial. There are no failures in business or life, just delayed success.
Right.
Delay does not mean a denial. And if God is ordering your steps, then your footprint should seal the deal.
That's it right there, sister. If God is ordering your steps, then your footprint should seal the deal. You said that. Well,
and if God gave you the vision, He's already made the provision. I promise you that.
Well, you are a walking witness of that. And I guess if you could tell us real quick where they can find out information. Of course, we've been promoting the product, but let everybody know what's next for Cutie Cakes and where they can get some Cutie Cakes right now.
Right now, they can go to my website, www.cutiecakes.cooking, and you can go to the location and it'll tell you the stores that the product is in. We're also in the process of putting the product online, so if you're not in the area that the product is located in the stores, then you can order. We'll be able to order online probably in the next month.
Okay.
We're probably before that, but we're saying right now about a month out that you can order the product online.
Well, I can tell you this much: when I got mine in the mail a couple of weeks ago, that it was already cold. It was still cold. that got me. I was like, wow,
good.
It was still cold, and then we immediately turned the oven on and baked up a batch of Cutie Cakes, and they were excellent. I'm not just saying that, y'all. I mean that. These things were excellent. So make sure y'all try.
Which one did y'all pick up?
Key Lime. That's first and west.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
and then the thing about it is, the icing for the frosting for each flavor is on the back.
That's right.
Of it. Yeah, on the back. But we're going to be coming out with the frosting soon, so watch out for that.
Well, sister, I'm proud of you, and let me tell you something. I know it ain't easy, but I'm loving watching your success, and I'm enjoying your product as many people are. And if you're on the stores and Kroger's and Publix and other major retail outlets, it's because you got a good product, and you definitely got that, sister. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, God is good, because we actually in the process of speaking with Publix right now, so pray for us. That's our next one.
We praying for you. That's Andrea Dumas. She is the founder and creator of Cutie Cakes, cupcakes in a bottle. And she is the CEO and founder of Legend Foods. And she's our guest today on the Akintunde Show. Stay right there, family. We got a whole lot more to go. Living your dream. How to scale up. How to take your dream to the next level. That's what we're talking about. This is the Akintunde Show, a.k.a. the Grown Man Podcast, broadcasting live on the Freethinkers Radio Network. Ak Show.
For me, my comedy definitely is a ministry. I mean, no doubt about it. That's what God has given me to bless people. In addition to other things, writing, producing.
But I hope y'all amped up like I am. I really, really do. Because I just love seeing people succeed, seeing people do it, seeing people push through. I've been self-employed, man, since I've been 14 years old on some level. Probably a little bit older, a little bit before that. And when it's a process, but when you see people do it and become truly successful at it, it is extremely encouraging. If you're just tuning in, you missed my sister, Andrea Dumas. She is the CEO and founder of Legends Foods. She is the creator and the founder of Cutie Cakes, cupcakes in a bottle. Listen, if you have not tried Cutie Cakes, please make sure you walk into Kroger's. Select Kroger stores have them. Not all Kroger stores have them just yet. but a select number of Kroger stores have them, and you can get your cutie cakes. If your store doesn't have them, tell them you want some cutie cakes. If you want to get them, you know, to have them in for something special coming up, go ahead and go in the store now and tell them you want your cutie cakes. Again, they will be available on her website. She's working out the details on that now, scaling her business to be able to handle the demands of the online sales. I just love it. I love it. I love the process, the business process, the challenges, the overcoming, the setbacks, the failures, the push forwards, the success. I love it, man. I love to watch people do it, and it's so encouraging to see somebody who is from Savannah, Georgia, my hometown. Let me be clear. That's not the reason why she's on the show. That must be clear, because everybody who I know is not on the show. But she's on the show because she has a testimony and she has achieved a level of success in a particular area that I believe will bless us all. And she got a great product. And if you can support one another when you got a great product like that, why not do it? I want to shout out some of y'all online who's watching. Gordon James, what's up, Gordon? Leah McQueen, what's up, Leah? Elijah Bradford still hanging out with us. Thanks, Elijah. Genovis Addison Randall, thank you, Genovis. Rhonda Hayes Simmons, thank you, Rhonda. How you doing? Victor Brandon, what's up, Victor? My lovely wife, 22 years, baby. Eunice is watching. Tammy Goodman Jones. What's up, Tammy? Tammy says she is watching from Columbia, South Carolina. Keisha Walker. How you doing, sis? That's one of my church member friends right there. They just came back. Her and her husband just came back to right direction. Shea Ramond Harley. What's up, Shea? Tanya Felicia Hart. What's up, Tanya? We went as far as high school, class of 1988 or 89. One of the two. That's Darren Murphy in the back. Again, Dr. Shanta Chester. How you doing, Dr. Shanta? Again, Ramona Baltimore Clock, Elijah Bradford, and everybody who's been tuning in, liking, sharing, tagging, posting. Thank y'all. I see your names pop up when you tune on to watch, and I see you with your comments. I surely appreciate it. Listen, this will be on demand for continued consumption. So if you want to watch this later, you can watch it again. Make sure you watch up top. Dr. Robert Watkins from Conquer Worldwide gave us some nice tangible tips to put behind your dream, your vision, your goals, and your focus, and get moving and execute it. And let me tell you something. I don't know who I'm talking to, but do not quit. You might have just went through a spectacular failure. Don't quit. You might need to make some adjustments. You might need to straighten some things out, like I did myself. You might need to go back and rework some things. You might need to take some things out, put some other things in. You might need to apologize. I don't know what it is. Whatever that thing is, do it, man. Do it and then move forward, but do not quit. Again, next week, when I tell you I got a fire guest for you. You ever heard a song called You Deserve It? You deserve it. The co-writer and the producer and the man who is the leader and singer on that song right there, my brother, JJ Hairston, will be my special guest next Tuesday. Let me tell you something. If you are an artist, if you are an entrepreneur, please tune in. And let me tell you something. Don't think that, oh, I'm not in music, or I'm not in gospel, or I'm not a creative person, so I don't need to be on this, watch this particular show. The devil is a liar. Tune in next week. JJ Hairston is going to bless your socks off. I guarantee you that. It is some good, tangible information. A lot of people don't know JJ Hairston's story. A lot of people don't even know this song right here. I'm not giving nothing away. But this song right here is a true testimony to not quitting, because somebody, your blessing is right around the corner. But if you quit, the devil got you. All the devil trying to do is punk you. All the devil trying to do is stop you. He want to dunk in your face, put his knees in your chest, and send you back onto the bench. Do not quit. Stay in the game. Stay focused. Stay in there, family. Hey, y'all, I'm about to hit the road this week. I will be in Memphis, Tennessee tomorrow. I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee on Thursday, and I'll be in Connecticut on Friday and Atlanta on Saturday. Shout out to Pastor Marlon Harris. I'll be with New Life. I hadn't been with New Life in a while. I'll be with New Life on Saturday, hosting their big outside event on Saturday. I'll be in Connecticut with a brand new ministry that I'm excited to minister with in Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, this Friday. And then on Thursday, I'm hosting a Legends Ball from the National Museum of African American Music, hosting that with Yolanda Adams, Uncle Charlie Wilson, Niles Rogers. Remember Chic? Oh, freak out. Boom, boom, boom. Let's Chic. They're honoring him. And Yolanda Adams, Uncle Charlie Wilson, and many others are being honored for this phenomenal museum, the National Museum of African American Music. All the different textures and different genres of African American music will be honored. And I'm excited to be a part of that. And then next week, we back on the road. So, hey, we staying out there. If you want to get more information, again, hit us up, 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. One thing you got to do if you're going to be successful, and I'm learning this, I have to remind myself of this because I don't want to do it all the time. You got to exercise. I'm going to exercise right now. You got to exercise. It's mandatory. All right, family. Let me get out of here. Let me let I'm getting a text here. Okay. I love my wife. I love her. I'm getting a text from my wife. She's like, don't forget. Don't forget to pick up your jacket. I love her. I love her. I got it, baby. I already got it. I got it. I love her. Hey, family, y'all. This is the raw stuff. Grown Man Podcast. Hey, thank you to Freethinkers Radio. Make sure y'all log on to freethinkersradio.com. That's the website. You can find out about all the different programs here on Freethinkers Radio. Meek Brown Show, Stop the Silence, and many others. Wonderful shows here on Freethinkers Radio Network. I need to list all the shows, Darren David, so I can hit them up when I'm talking about it. All right. Hey, family. Until next week, JJ Harrison, let everybody know, Living Your Dreams Part 2. JJ Harrison, the topic is, what happens? What if you really, really, really got what you was praying for? What if God blessed you with it? Could you handle it? Could you? Are you sure? If you're not, even if you think you are, make sure you watch the show next week. I'm Akintunde. This is Freethinkers Radio. You might be watching this on Facebook or on demand. Until next week, I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.